Hey everyone, today we're going to make Aerith's necklace from Final Fantasy VII Remake, so let's get started. So what we're going to need is some leather cord, flower beads, gold spacer beads, some pearls, scissors, small pliers, super glue, some necklace clasps, and our trusty hot glue gun. And I will have links to all this stuff in the description below for you. So to start off, we're gonna straighten out our leather cord. Mine came wrapped up, so it was a little curvy and not straight like I wanted it to. So it's super easy to do, just straighten it out, secure one end with something of a small weight, and then take a spray bottle just full of regular water and go ahead and spray it all down, make sure it's, nice and saturated. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna find whatever is around and make sure that it's heavy enough that it stays straight. And then you're gonna let it dry until it's completely dry and it'll end up nice and straight just like this. Super easy. For our leather cords, we're gonna cut 2 of them around 11.5 inches and the other 2 around 15 inches. This will give us enough length to play with. We're gonna start off and we wanna make sure, for me, my leather cord had 2 sides, a kind of fuzzy side and then this shinier side. And I wanted to use that shinier side, so I made sure that those were going to be facing out the whole time. We're going to start off with our necklace clasps. And mine just have this nice little chain on it so it can adjust the length of it if needed, but there's a whole bunch of them available. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hot glue gun and I'm going to take 1 long piece and 2 of the short pieces, and I'm going to hot glue them together at the ends, kind of like you see here. They're kind of at angles so that the 2 short pieces are kind of close to each other, but then the other piece is kind of angled down. So then the necklace clasp fits there, and I like the little lobster hook to be facing out because then it's easier for me to put on later. So I size it to my neck here and I realize that the smaller one, the one on the bottom, is a little bit too long, so I trim it. And then I repeat the same process where I use some hot glue and make sure that they're together. And I size it to my neck again, make sure we're still doing good. And then I grab our fourth piece, the other long piece, and I also glue that on. And now we're ready to glue the necklace clasps on. So this, I use super glue for this. I just put a dab of super glue inside the necklace clasp. Wow, that is a tongue twister. And then I secure it on there and try to let it dry. And then I take my pliers and I kind of crimp it down so it's less likely to fall off. This will kind of vary on your necklace clasps that you decide to use. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. This is just the one I happened to buy, so that's how I used it. And if it falls out, then all you need to do is put a little dab of super glue in it and it should be 100% fine. Wow, this took me a hot second. So then once that's on, you can go ahead and try it on, make sure it still fits. So next up is the little flower she has. She has a little flower, gold flower on her necklace where it kind of crisscrosses. And so I find the area that I want that to happen on my body, kind of in that middle area between your collarbones, and I kind of just mark it with my hand, and I put a little dab of hot glue there so that it stays, and then I make sure I like where the placement is. So then I put a little bit of super glue where that cross is, and I super glue the flower on there. Once it's dry, I take our little pearls and I put another dab of super glue, and then I put the pearl right in there. Make sure she's staying. Tap, tap. All right, so then I also trim off the ends because I realized that they were way too long. So this is where we're at so far. This is what the back should look like. It's kind of super glued on there, but we're gonna make it a bit more secure with a little extra strap over it. Just because I'm paranoid about things falling off at conventions and you can never be too safe. So put another little dab of super glue on there with your little strap. Looks like so. And then we're just going to kind of smush the edges down onto the back of this golden flower and trim the edges as you need and add more super glue as you need. And then just kind of, I use my pliers to just keep it in place while it dried. You can use your fingers, but try not to get super glue all over your fingers. That stuff can get messy. And then just make sure it dries nicely and is secure on the back. And then it'll be a bit more secure on there, and then it won't scratch you or anything like that. Yeah. All right, so next up we're gonna take our gold spacer beads and throw them on my desk apparently. So to get these on, I forgot how I did it the first time, and I struggled with the pliers for a while. You can use pliers to get the suede cord through there. It just takes a while, as you can see, as I struggle and struggle. It does get through there after a while, but this is not the way. Not the best way, at least. Eventually, I go and find my little tweezers that I used the first time I made this necklace. And it basically has a small enough point that you can like really get the suede cord through there, and it's super nice and easy. You can also trim the edge so that it's tapered, and that will make it a bit easier to get the suede cord through the spacer bead. And then once that's done, it looks nice, pretty. They stay on. I'm probably gonna add a dab of glue if I feel like they're gonna fall off, but should be good. So that is it. You are all done. Your necklace is done. You can trim the bottoms to what you need it to be, how long you need it to be. I don't have my dress done yet for Aerith, so I left them long, so I have extra room to work with, and I'll end up trimming them later. But you're all done. It's super easy. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had a fun time making it, and I hope this helps you out with your Aerith costumes in the future. If you make one, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. Thank you so much for watching.